We have a massive hit next turn. This is ungodly. I'm so sorry. You are welcome, free-to-play players. 100%. Mwah. Grazie. Stop it. That's what the kids are going to be saying to me. Woo! Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today is a free-to-play, 0 rare, 0 mythic, absolute banger. We do have some Fabled Passages in here. Those are the rares we've included within the deck. I expect you to have this. If you don't, that's fine. It's not really going to affect it that much, a little bit. But again, the Evolving Wilds will still get the job done for you. It's basically like a budget passage. And, we are in this deck cracking our passage before turn 4, so it doesn't even matter that it comes in tapped anyways. Of course, that means we're playing Landfall, and we are revolving the deck around Skyclave Pick-Axe, one of the most broken free-to-play cards in Zendikar Rising. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to creature you control for 1, and then it has Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, equipped creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. We've got some creatures in here with evasion, like the Guidemother, like the Cleric, and then we have the Fearless Fledgling, which is one of the another main interactions in the deck, a 1/1 with Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Fearless Fledgling. It gains flying until end of turn. So whenever we play land, it's going to be getting stronger and gaining flying. And if you can put the Pickaxe on that, it's going to be gaining +3 every land you play, and we can crack multiple lands, so that can get pretty gross. And we can also stack the Pickaxe. There is a lot more interaction within the deck other than that. Primarily the Murasa Rootgrazer. This is actually one of the sleepers within the deck that I don't think anyone has shown any time or attention to, and it is good within budget decks, and I think within maybe some more of the competitive decks now that I've had a chance to play with it a bit. 2/3 with Vigilance, you can tap it, put a basic land card from your hand into the battlefield. That's just like free ramp every turn. Yes, please, and it has Vigilance, so you can attack, defend, and then do it on your opponent's end step. Please and thank you. You can also return target basic land you control to its owner's hand, so if you don't have any land, you want to re-trigger your landfall effects, return it, replay it. Absolutely easy peasy lemon squeezy. So other than that, the deck does primarily revolve around land, playing lots of land. We have things like the Migratory Greathorn, which is going to make one of our flyers that much stronger, giving it the +2 power because it's a 3 instead of a 1. And again, the Fledgling +1/+1 counters will actually transfer over to the Greathorn, so you can see just how disrespectful that can potentially get. We have King Caesar or the Huntmaster Liger in the deck as well, just because it can trigger the Greathorn an additional time. Plus, it can also buff up our creatures. Now, this is a very aggro deck, so we do want to get our attacks in as quickly as possible and have them be as strong as possible. As far as that goes, that's like the main get, right? We do have more specific things in here, which I wouldn't declare as your overall game plan, but they do come in to the fold and help quite a bit. The Kitesail Cleric has kicker for 3, and it's a 1/1 flyer like we already talked about, which is just great if you get it in your opening hand. You get it mid-game, it's still good because you can kick it for 4, tapping 2 of our opponent's blockers, and now that's just going to open up your attacking lanes, allowing you to get damage in that much more easily, right? We have the Shelter. This is one of the MDFC lands, comes in tapped. That's great if we brick. If not, it's protection on our equipped creature. Absolutely instant speed for 2. Speaking of instant speed, we've got Roiling Regrowth as well. Sacrifice the land, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. 2 lands, that's 2 landfall triggers. That's going to be gross. Yeah. For some reason, whenever we bounced a land to our hand, it also triggered the landfall effect. I was trying to look for the tech with that in the deck. I can't find it, but it does happen. So when we're bouncing, and I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but when we return basic land you control to its owner's hand, that actually for some reason is triggering the landfall effect, from what we could tell. You know, as far as the instant speed MDFCs that we were talking about using through the Rootgrazer, we also have the Territory and Ambush comes in tapped, and it's a fight effect. So, you know, we've got protection, plus we've got fight effects available to us within our land. We talked about the Guardian just there to trigger the Greathorn, plus, you know, the plus X doesn't hurt either. And that's it. We have double landfall triggers through the Evolving Wilds Fabled Passages. If you don't have 4 Fabled Passages, don't worry about it. But this is probably the highest priority rare that you should be collecting right now. Moving forward, you know, drop your 1-drop, drop your 2-drop, get your Skyclave Pick-Axe on something, you know, and go absolutely wild. There is one way to make this deck stronger. We're going to talk about that at the end. Unfortunately, we can't do it in standard. We don't need any rares or any, well, we do need rares. We need 4 of the Bolt lands, because if you could use, I'll say it right now, I'll spill the beans. If you could use the same land to cast at Plains as you can the Forest, you could potentially equip 2 Sky Axes instead of 1 to your Fledgling. And, you know, we had this guy up on turn 4 as a 13-13. That could have been like a 2020 Fledgling on turn 4. Screw Annex, screw Embercleave. Who needs the Mythic? We're talking free-to-play rares, of rares and Mythics. There's just commons and uncommons here. You don't even need the Fabled Passage, like I said. It's just in there to showcase the sheer power of the double lands entering the battlefield. So that's the deck list and the general deck guide strategy. We included it all in one today. We're going to get into today's gameplay footage, but before we do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. If you found any value within this video, we have a 500,000 gem giveaway going on. Don't miss out on that. Free entry cash prize tournaments every month, Brawl and Artisan. Join the Discord for everything there. We're using MTGA Arena Assistant today as well, the best metagame and stats tracker for the game. Up your play level and your skill set with Magic the Gathering Arena Tracker, available today for download for free in the link, the Overwolf link in the description below. Check that out. And of course, our live schedule is every single day on YouTube at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard. We switch to Twitch at 7 to 7:30 for about 5 to 8 hours, and then we're back on YouTube at 6 p.m. Again, Mountain Standard, to wrap up the evening. If you don't want to do the time conversions, the Linktree link is in the description below. You can follow on the appropriate platforms, hit the notification systems, and then you're going to be in the loop from now on. So again, thank you for your time and attention. If you want to support the channel, you can do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and a newly incorporated Amazon link, which I get 3% of all your purchases for 24 hours on. That's all of the rambling. I have some once-in-a-lifetime news for you guys, so make sure to watch the footage to the end. When we wrap up, we're going to be dropping some bombs on you guys, so really exciting. Don't miss out on it. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. We're gonna toss a mulligan in. You know, I mean, I think anyways, maybe not. That's the nice thing about these lands is they can go either way. Let's keep it. It's a free-to-play deck, so, you know, we're gonna get smashed regardless. That's just... I never knew it was so hard, you guys. People in Platinum are hungry. They're like, I gotta get to Diamond! But it makes sense. Everybody's got restricted times. They don't obviously play every day like I do. So it's like, people are crushing it with the time they have. Right? Rogues! Woo! Come on. Don't worry about it. Two-3 with Vigilance isn't bad by any means, right? Especially up until the point that the Enforcer gets Death Touch. Ooh. Let's take our hit. So this is fine still. We lose our pickaxe. That makes me pretty sad. We'll play our bigger drop here. We don't have a basic land to put into the field. That would be cool, but... I guess let's just go for it. Four in the graveyard, so they could just kill it, right? Which makes me think that we probably should have went wide with our cleric. It's hard to say though. Classic rogues. Yeah, so there is going to be the counter here. There's no mill though, and that allows us to attack for 4. So it's not all loss. There's a little bit of an upside on that engagement. Rootgrazer can smash, right? 4 damage. We're keeping pace. We've already played a land this turn, so there's no need to be bouncing them. If only we had some form of reach. Maybe we make reach tribal, right? Spiegel the Beagle, thank you for your Twitch Prime, really appreciate it. You're an absolute legend. I bestow a magical blessing upon thee. Woof! Alright, we're waiting for our opponent to make the decision here. Oh god. Good god. Good god. Pretty cool turn 4. Right? Thank you for the raid, Dr. Spilligan. Appreciate that. We're just getting bullied. We could kick this, I guess. Do a little tapping. I mean, I'm not sure what this does for us. We'll try our best, though. We have Vigilance, which is the helpful part about the taps from the Cleric. Right, it's not like we get hit on the backswing too bad. Get hit with a robber. No buenos. More mill. That's got to put us up to 8. Yeah, so he grabs Death Touch +2/+1. It's not good! The sack for the draw. I actually don't terribly mind that. I guess we had to trade with it, is the thing. Well, we can double block and lose 1 to trade with Zareth-san. Death Touch is annoying. We might just take the Death Touch damage. And then the 3/4, you know, that's kind of annoying too, but maybe we leave it. If we can mutate that flyer, that's helpful, right? That's going to shut down some of the other rogues that they have. Again, I don't know how to really beat Dimir rogues with a budget deck, you know what I mean? Maybe we just take it all. Do you know what the Rootgrazer would be good with? Is instant speed, interaction, MDFCs. People have not thought about that yet. Good game. Let's scoop up. Try to get a win. Alright, so this is actually something that looks a little bit better for us. Keeping 7. I mean, unfortunately... Actually, no, we don't even have to. Let's try to save that wilds. Right, we're playing our fledgling next turn. It has landfall, and we even evolve on top of it. Alright, we could get into trouble here. Obviously, there's ram throughs, there's primal mites. The bummer is that we can't equip this immediately, right? If we did, I think I would almost go for it. So, yeah, we throw the axe on. Right? This is what it's all about. Wilds comes in, pushes it up, gives it flying. Now we toss another land in. Right? 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 Goes up again. And, yeah, I think that's a good little free-to-play Smash-a-roni combo. I think that's something that's very cool. Can we avoid some damage? Hopefully it's Gruul and there's no petty theft. We have a massive hit next turn. This is ungodly. I'm so sorry. You are welcome, free-to-play players. 100%. Mwah! Grazie. Stop it. That's what the kids are going to be saying to me. Woo! Who needs Embercleave? We got a pickaxe, man. Okay, so this hand actually looks pretty bad. Again, there's no forest or green source of mana here. Let's mulligan it. Toss it out. I mean, I guess there is, in a way. Let's toss the king. We play in slow for a forest. Let's see what we pull, right? If it's a forest, we might not use our evolving wilds. Yeah, we're gonna. Just so we can get our green source in play. An omen, that's fine. Let's grab our forest. We should wait because they can scry based on our forest, right? They're like, oh, they're green. I don't need to do this. I have to do this instead, right? So that's why you wait till the end. So I'm just being impatient. Hopefully we pull an untapped land. That would be cool. If not, we just shelter. Well, the conundrum kind of sucks for our passage. Let's pickaxe in. You guys know the deal. It's strong. I don't think it's time to passage yet. I think let's just keep it chill, right? Decent hit. We have vigilance as well. And our turn. That conundrum shuts down our Roiling Regrowth in a weird way. We still get the landfall stacks from it. We're just not triggering them. Or like ramping, I mean to say. We still trigger them, but we're not like setting up with nice ramp. We got a good hit here. Right, we get the land and an additional 2 from the Greathorn. And now, even though we do this, right, like we'll have to bounce, but that's fine. Let's just bounce an untapped. Because we only need 3. Right? It's not like we need 5. We could have used 6, but again, with Conundrum, then having 6 means nothing. So let's take our damage now. Again, making sure to bounce the untapped basics back. And we have a massive hit again with our pickaxe. This is decent. Roiling Regrowth is lethal next turn. We just have actually lethal regardless on the board. Here is a blocker. We can re-equip the pickaxe for 3 to the Greathorn, play the land, push it to 5, and that's lethal as well. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good. These are quick aggro games, 0 rares, 0 mythics. You know, we're playing against rares. There's 3 rares in play. 4, 5, 6. I see 6 rares. You know what I mean? I don't see any over here. What's up? Make sure to share our channel out to a friend. We do specialize in free-to-play content for beginners. You know what I mean? It's a hard time playing against some of these finely tuned decks. So we do our best as full-time creators to provide you guys with consistent free-to-play content, new decks every single week at the very minimum. You know, just so you don't get stuck into playing that, you know, that same kind of one style deck that works good, and you know, just you get burnt out, right? So this way you get to experience new archetypes all the time, keep it fresh, keep it funky while still farming, and trying to complete those tier 1 decks so you can compete with those crazy people. 2 damage is fine. We can tap this to play a land. You may put a basic land card from your hand into the battlefield. It's their turn. So through Confounding Conundrum, we're basically just like getting around this, right? Here's the lands. We equip this over here. And we actually messed that up. We played the land first. What if we go like this? I think we could still do it. Put a basic land from your hand to the battlefield. Right? It doesn't say tapped. And then we bounce. Resolve this. Let's bounce this back. And then we regrowth. Right? Sacking our land. It's already got enough damage to do it, unless I have an unsummon. Alright, I mean, I feel like at this point we're just pushing our luck. We're gonna play one more. It's a short video today. I do have a lot to do. It's Sunday. See if we can make it work, right? We have evasion through flying. Pickaxe goes on. If we were playing this with shock lands, where we could utilize untapped both green and white mana, like one turn use that source for green and the next turn use it for white, excuse me, or vice versa, that would work out just absolutely amazing. We would be able to do a lot more with this deck at that point, but it's also kind of not even available in standard at all, so you know, almost no harm, no foul at a certain point. You know, that's fine. The mill sucks. Rogues can go away, as far as I'm concerned. No blocks. Let's just try to take that damage. We can throw the axe on and then forest, right? Or we might even not forest. Let's go for it. There needs to be a counterspell here. They could underestimate the pickaxe. But then again, they could also just kill the Guidemother instead. So we probably... It doesn't matter, we've got 6 in the grave. We're not playing anything for 2, so we may as well just come in tapped. Right? We're gonna throw another land in play. Oh, we've got a cat. Don't hit the spacebar, kitty. Right? The game doesn't beat us, the cat will. Alright, I mean, 5-5. I'm coming over. We could have potentially done that on blocking phase to disrupt them. They do just have it drowned in the lock. I knew it. I knew it. Grody. The life gain is going to make things harder for us. We lose our Fledgling. This is so expensive is the thing. And it has Death Touch is also the thing. Let's force the block. This Nighthawk Scavenger is so good. It's so good. I can't even... Ugh. Ugh. That's how good it is. It's annoying, and I hate it. We can't even make by with just flying. We're gonna get hit for 4. Oof. Yeah, this is game. No basic lands to throw in. And they just have the Death Touch blocker, right? So bad. I guess we could probably just scoop up and find another match. There's a counter here especially. I guess they just wait on it. And there's no need for us to wait on their decision-making process. Right? We're an aggro deck. We want to repeat wins as quickly as we possibly can. Alrighty, let's do our best here. I don't see a pickaxe, makes me a little sad, but we've got our Fledgling. Almost as good. And then when we can combine the two, that's when we can really start having fun. Hello. Crab life. We have a secondary Fledgling. By golly, that's pretty neat. Interesting. We basically have most that we need. Nice. Double crab equals double wet. Not a pickaxe. Oh, they get a pickaxe! We need that axe, man. That flying is annoying to me. I'm sure there's a block here. Or not, and they try to deal with it next turn. I don't know. Weird. We have a defender. As long as they don't drop black. Hopefully it's just mono blue mill. Right? And then we can just try to exercise big ol' oh, there's the removal, baby. Not any pickaxes. Not. Oh, they get our second pickaxe. That dang crap, man. Woof. I have PTSD from this rune crab. Straight up. Nightmares, baby. Why aren't you casting that with flash? Because they want to attack and not have us block. Otherwise, they would have traded with us. Whatever, bruh. Let's just ramp, and then maybe next turn we can do them both. I don't know. Who knows? 2 forests, sure. We got some big birds, right? We got some big birds, without a doubt. Pickaxe would be cool. You know, playing against a deck that's not rogues would be cool, but you know we get what we're given. You get what you fucking deserve! I don't know where that's from. I heard that for the first time the other day, and it was the funniest thing. I laughed for probably 15 minutes. Just someone screamed that. Oh, man. Internet memes are life. If you guys got good internet memes, send them in our Discord. I'm always prowling. They get our third axe? That itself is an internet meme. This crab takes every good card that I've ever had in a deck and played against it. It's like, you mono red, it's like, oh, there's all your Embercleaves gone. Oh, and that Scavenger's annoying too. It's got Death Touch. It's got Death Touch! What if we can trick them into not blocking? What if we can trick them? Maybe they double block. They probably do. We're just gonna go wide. Maybe. But they got the crabs. That's annoying. They get a lot of life from that, so that's actually push this up. Oh, no, we should have went... Well, I guess they've got the blocker, it doesn't matter. We go over top, right? We need to make sure that we gain flying, so we want to keep that chilling. There's removal, it's game. So much mill. Right, we're down to 17 cards. Or 20, sorry. Jeez. Let us bash. Let us draw a pickaxe and then let us bash. No! Leave it alone. Don't target it. Target it once I put my axe on it. So, you know, maybe we go wide here if they remove it. Doesn't matter where we put it. could pull a counter magic so we can just regrowth free and clear. What do you want to do? It's not a counter spell. It's Death Touch. And there's the 4th axe. Another Enforcer. So there's no Drown in the Loch. They're down to their last card. Oh man, we're getting milled so hard. It's ridiculous. Oh, we can pay 3. I'm gonna decline though. Right, we pull the counter. Magic is what we wanted to do. It's not bad, but I'm afraid I don't think it's enough. That's a good hit though. Faerie Guidemother will just give it flying and we have lethal, right? So maybe it is enough. Maybe we go the distance against one of the best decks in the meta. Totally free to play. Oh, of course they get a flyer. Ah! We're down to 7. Of course they get a flyer, right? Of course they do. How do they not? How do they not top deck a flyer to play? I hate you. Take a chump block and draw. If only we had trample. So close. We got so close. Yeah, take your draw. Better be a land. Better be a land. It's a counterspell? What are we held up on? It has to be some sort of interaction or we wouldn't be held up. You just can't win. So we know that they've got some jazz. If only we had our protection, right? We've got that MDFC land that protects us. There's Drown in the Loch. Good game. God damn it. We got close. We got close. If we can pull a pickaxe, we might have game. No. Of course we don't pull a pickaxe. They already milled them all. Good game. I mean, no, they just have lethal next turn. Alright, since we're just sitting here, I'm out. Good game. We almost got them. We were real close there. We were real close there. Woof. Question. How did you like this intro? Was the intro where I just dove right into it better? Or is it better when I'm like, first we're going to take a look at the deck list, and then we're going to talk about the deck strategies and synergies, and then we'll watch the gameplay footage, and then we have my closing thoughts? Is it better if I ran right into it, you know, this is the deck list, this is what it does, let's go gameplay footage? Or is it better to kind of showcase everything that I'm going to be doing throughout the video? Let me know in the comments below. That's the first thing that we need to know. Secondly, we're talking about the Skyclave Pick-Axe, how to make it better. Shocklands, you could play 2 of these bad boys and be unstoppable. So, you know, farm your Fabled Passages. If you want to play Historic, this deck is totally Historic viable in my opinion. Yeah, the power level's turned up, but the power level on this is turned up. You know what I mean? This isn't like, oh, you've got to get a mutate stack and build it up to 6 mana and then, you know, double cast Sterix to win and all this. You know, if they don't get a good hand, if they don't have removal and they're just playing some like green creature deck or some weird aggro deck, we're gonna stomp on them, especially if we can get those shock lands in play, right? Where you can pay 2 life and have it be 2 colors of mana. That's really gonna up the power level here, just so we can double play that Skyclave Pick-Axe. Typically, you know, we could play 2 of them, but then we're moving away from the Fledgling, which I think is very powerful, and we're moving into green flyers, kind of like the Goose, and that's not got as much value. You know, the Fledgling is really good with landfall, and then we're using all of the landfall effects from Regrowth, the Greathorn, the Rootgrazer. It's absolutely obsessive what you can do. And, you know, this Rootgrazer, returning the MDFC lands to your hand at instant speed to replay them, you're welcome. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's done that before. You know, maybe in limited, if they're great at it, but as far as building a deck around it that works, wow, this is great. I'm more pleased with this than the Boros cycling, than the, you know, Temur Mutate, the new Dimir Rogues free to play. Like, this is my new go-to free to play deck. You know, we could talk about upgrades for it, but I don't think you need any. You know, Fabled Passage, get the land, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's it, really. You could potentially also rock the pathway lands, right? There's Selesnya pathway lands that you could incorporate as well. But at the end of the day, we are managing basic lands, because the Roiling Regrowth only pulls basics, the Greathorn only pulls basics, and then of course we're going to draw basics in our opening hand too. So we want to make sure that we don't have too many non-basic lands, so that we can continue to landfall throughout the entirety of the game. So as far as upgrades go, you know what? This is it. This is the deck list, you guys. You could, you know, if you want to incorporate some other flyers, maybe you don't like the Guidemother or the Cleric, some other flyers, maybe King Caesar, Ancient Guardian, maybe you like a different mutate creature that's similar, right? You want it to be a cheap mutate cost, but you still want it to be semi-relevant. So I'm thinking, you know, potentially the Cub Warden, that's a higher mutate cost, more impact, but this is great. This is as good as it needs to get. You know, more shelters for more protection, maybe. And maybe some heroic interventions as well. I don't know if you're running into trouble. The idea here is to not protect yourself. It's just to go aggro, and then, you know, by the time they realize what's happening, it's too late, and they're like, oh, I need to find removal. It's like, well, no, it's over, right? So that's the general game plan. That was the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend. You know, of course, you can support financially as well on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube as well. I appreciate every ounce of energy and attention that you guys give me. I really appreciate it, whether it is financial or free. You're absolutely all amazing individuals, and I bless you with the 1,000 magical blessings. And you know, many more free-to-play decks to come. We're banging one of these out, you know, once a week at least, while still doing the top competitive meta decks and jank decks. We have tuned all of our public content to standard. You know, the historic and the brawl, the draft, it doesn't perform as well, and that's not getting the views, and that kills the growth, and this is very sad considering trying to make a living doing this. So if you are interested in any of the non-endemic content, non-standard content, you know, support the channel on YouTube, join the YouTube membership program, and you're going to gain access to our members only area where we've got some of those videos, and again, new ones coming out every week for you guys. So it's a very exciting time to be a YouTube member. Thank you for your time and attention. Really appreciate it. Go have yourselves an amazing day. Make sure to go watch another video, and we will see you all in a few seconds.